He really was, okay? He wouldn't want us to be crying and be sad. So remember his laughter. And that will help to cheer you up, okay? We're gathered to celebrate the life of one who has left us fond memories. Ex-Baron Adolphus Smith, the second child of Charles and Iris Smith, born on August 2nd, 1940. Jack, as he was nicknamed, attended Haddle Primary School. He grew up as a normal, very energetic young man, getting involved with other young men in the district, pranking each other, getting in mischief. The last prank resulted in Dad making the decision to send him away before he got himself in any serious trouble. In 1959, Ex-Baron would find himself bound for London, England. While in England, Jack perfected his trade as a plumber, as well as working with the Ford Motor Company. Jack would meet and fell in love with the love of his life, Dolores, and marry her in November 1963. The marriage produced 6 sons: Patrick, Trevor, Lloyd, Azzy, or Ex-Baron, and Julian. Ex-Baron would instill in his sons core values: respect to parents, adults, and to each other. They were taught to value themselves, having attitude that was respectful, and to present themselves properly dressed, having good mannerism, both at home and in public. He was keen on education and monitored to make sure his sons would not be novices. In 1983, his wife migrated to Brooklyn, New York, with 3 children, the younger ones. Ex-Baron would call every day at 6 a.m. to check on his wife and children. He wanted to know how they were doing in school. Julian, the baby of the 3, would have to report his progress in school on a regular basis. Jack would migrate to join his wife and children in New York, while the older ones remained in London. Jack would maintain his close bond with his sons in London with frequent calls. Jack settled in New York, Bronx, Brooklyn, where he worked as a plumber, first with the Gambini Plumbing Company, and then with the William J. Ifey, until his retirement. He was highly respected by his employer, that he gave Jack the task of mentor and train his son to be a plumber, as well as to refocus his life. Jack was a man of few words. He says what he means, and he meant what he says. His apprentices had to be clean, well-mannered, and honest. His clients respected him. He was kind, caring, showed empathy, and would be there for a listening ears and as well as counsel as needed. Jack would encounter a situation in peak winter when a client would call to service their air-conditioned unit, but it was beyond repair. He would personally obtain a broiler, install it, and wait for reimbursement both for the unit and for his service, so that that family would not freeze during the winter. He would take Julian with him and taught him the trade. Alan had returned to London briefly, while Osborne went off to the army. Julian and his dad were inseparable. Not only did Jack taught Julian the trade, but his son emulated his dad's character, integrity, empathy, discipline, and had continued his legacy. Today, one such legacy lives on as Julian received a call for service on a unit. On arrival, the woman of the house asked him if he remembered the day he accompanied his father to install that said bathroom. That was 20 years before. On that very same day, Julian would have received the call. Your dad has been called away. Was this a coincidence? What was God saying at that time to Julian? Jack loved and adored his grandchildren. No matter how busy he was, he would find time to take them to school, pick them up after school. He would take them where they wanted to go and had fun with them, as he did with his own sons. Jack is always there for others, always giving. He was a jovial person, telling jokes, having you cracking up while he's not laughing. Jack loved sports, watching and sharing comments with his sons. He remained a lifetime member of his favorite West Ham soccer league. Due to declining health of his wife, Dolores, they both would vacation in Jamaica during the winter until 2012, a more permanent status in Jamaica with occasional visits to New York to visit with his sons or for a doctor's appointment. Jack would visit Aunt Estelle frequently and was devastated with her passing. He remained close with Leroy, our cousin, throughout his return to Westmoreland. They were inseparable. If Leroy called Jack once, twice, thrice, and didn't get a response, you bet he would be at Darlington to find out what's wrong with his cousin. Jack time will not allow me to share all you have been with others. The wonderful brother, devoted husband, father, father-in-law, grandfather, great-grandfather, uncle, granduncle, cousin, friend, to countless others. You'll be greatly missed, but never forgotten. You have left your footprints on the sands of time. Your laughter, your spirit will forever be a part of us. Sleep on, beloved. Take your rest. You have run a good race. Rest now, my friend.